I am a LTI, which is like an ITRT, a tech teacher in Albemarle County, and I love Scratch and Scratch Junior, but it's been a bit, and it just doesn't have the ocular pat down that the kids need, that kind of drive by when they look at an app and go, "Oh, I would really, what's going on over there?" OctoStudio is made by the same MIT group. And I think they just really curated what are the things kids love, like to incorporate. And they've really done some good thinking about where our kids' needs are. So I'm going to highlight some of my favorite pieces of OctoStudio, starting with a little game I made with some second grade friends. There's lots of different things you can do. This is a little chasing game where my ghost has to catch the strawberry for a point, but if it touches the hedgehog, I'm going to lose all the points. And you do incorporate sounds in here, probably not going very well through Zoom. Oh, you can hear him chomping. Not a long lesson, super exciting. And the kids who made that one got so excited that they're going to make a little arcade for their book buddies in kindergarten to come do and set up games for them. One of my favorite features is that it's so easy to stretch. So if a kiddo is comfortable, they can add more features. So what is it? It's an app. It works on Apple products or Android, kind of like if you've used Blockly or Scratch. It has color-coded block coding, which is really helpful for some of our visual learners. I do find if I have students who have colorblind accommodations that I do make a poster for them and just point out where each one is. It's something I really noticed as important. But very much like Scratch, it's got your basic sections, but it's got a little bit more. And one of their smartest moves to get kids interested in coding is to use a lot of the standard emoji that they see all the time in their daily life. So if they love that avocado emoji, they can use it. Or I haven't done a big dig. I wonder if the poop emoji's in there. Probably if they did their homework right. It's got 30 built-in backgrounds, which is more than usual, but it's also super easy to incorporate photographs or drawings or anything else they can dream. It's got a draw feature and it's also got a camera feature. Here's another little one I made just today. Took me about 5 minutes. This is my daughter when she was much younger. I could cry. I took it inside. You can pull in a photograph. You can outline. And then this is just a picture of me not able to go to the grocery store, and we had peanut butter and jelly during all the snow. And I sent my dad a picture. I'll play it one more time. So this one has the glow feature. It does say I prefer grape too. You can do, you can record your voice. You can use the text to speech. I also put speech bubbles, and it's a really good chance to talk with the kids about, are you going to be able to reach all your viewers? Here's some of the things I love about it. Not over something else. I just love the additions. It's super easy to export to an MP4 and share. That can be a problem with some other platforms. So if you're using Seesaw and they want to show it to their grownups, they can pop it in there, put it just right in their photo library. And the exporting is pretty streamlined and quick, which I really appreciate. Sometimes I love things like Toontastic, but it can take a minute. This is pretty darn quick. If they are using a phone, you can add the flashlight feature, and they can turn on the flashlight if they're just telling a story that has lightning effects. That also uses the tilt and the shake. So that first ghost game where they were catching the strawberry, a child actually holds the iPad flat and tilts it. And my goodness, so much fun. In fact, today when I was just getting a little footage, there was a young man walking the hallways with someone who walks with him having a day. And I said, could you test out my game for me? And when you get to 10 points, then you can go about what you were doing. And this is a child who's not always ready to learn, but he was ready to try this out and take a peek at the coding. Lots of really good simple pictures for our EL learners or for kids who need accommodations. I appreciate how they use the different shoes and the lightning bolts, and they're pretty easy to unpack with a kid. They have a really wonderful reference guide. There aren't going to be a lot of kids who are going to nerd out over the reference guide like I will, but I find that if I have a couple copies printed, then they will gravitate towards it and kind of dig through it and find some of the more complicated blocks. I haven't tried the beam to phone Bluetooth yet, but it's really neat. Like you could do a tennis game back and forth between the two, or rock, paper, scissors. They have a lot of good tutorials on their site. You might recognize Zoe from the Scratch team. She's wonderful. I love everything she puts out. I do entrance tickets, and there's a link to it. They have kind of an I do, you do, we do. Those are just things I've made, and you're welcome to play with. And then I'll put it in the chat, but here's the bit.ly to all of it. It is too much fun. You're going to play with it on your free time.